Well, you've heard me poo-poo that old wives' tale that autism is linked to vaccinations many times, because I've looked at batch numbers and these vaccines by the same manufacturers are used all over the world, and 95% of all autism is here in the United States. Well, an article came out, and this was in the Journal of Pediatrics, and they said a study finds that children who receive a full set of vaccinations, 26 by age 2, have no increased risk of autism. There's 20 studies involved here now. They said 20 studies show very clearly that there's no connection. 20 studies showing no connection between autism and vaccination. Well, I said that, 10, 15 years ago. And if you get a hold of the book, Rare Earths Been Cures, I show you how to do your own diagnoses of autism and ADD and ADHD. I've been treating those kids since the 70s. And 74 years ago when I was a kid, there was no such thing as autism, ADD, and ADHD. 1980 was 1 out of 150,000. 2000 was 1 out of 185. 2010 is 1 out of 85, and is projected using the same line that 2030 is going to be 1 out of 5. And so if you think you have trouble now with your politicians, your elected politicians, wait until 2030. They're all going to be in the bathroom stacking shoes, banging their heads in the wall when there's a call for them to vote on something, right? And so what I want you to do is get the book, Rare Earths Been Cures, read up on autism, ADD, and ADHD, and it shows you in a pictorial way how to make your own diagnosis. You don't have to get a kid branded by some nutcase doctor. And get a hold of the CD. Actually, there's 2 CDs I want you to get. One is God's Recipe, which deals with a diet and a supplement program for ADD, ADHD, and autism, as well as serial killers, which goes into some of the things that cause it. I want you to get your kids based on body weight, 90 for Life, our 90 for Life program. And for liquids, you give them 1 teaspoon for 20 pounds of body weight twice a day. So if they weigh 20 pounds, that's 1 teaspoon twice a day. 1 at breakfast, 1 at dinner. If they weigh 30 pounds, a teaspoon and a half twice a day, or 3 teaspoons a day, however you want to do it. And it's very simple stuff. And then here comes, there's a big article in the Journal of Food Chemistry which pointed out very clearly that our kids, and very well respected, and they looked at the 8 top baby formulas. We're talking about Gerber's and Enfamil and Similac and things like that. The 8 top ones, they said they contain less than 20% of the recommended minimum daily requirements for minerals and vitamins. Our baby foods, which are well respected, contain less than 20%. Dog food, on the other hand, chicken food, sheep, pig, horse, cow, turkey food, duck food, all, or laboratory rat food, rabbit food, all contain 100% what they need. And our babies, because they were formulated by unknowing, ignorant, but arrogant pediatricians who think they know everything about nutrition, are the cause of all this ADD, ADHD, and autism. So I urge you, flee from these doctors. Don't get your kids labeled. I've taken kids who haven't spoken in 9 years. I've had kids who haven't spoken in 9 years, get them on a gluten-free diet, get them eating eggs for breakfast instead of Fruity Pebbles and apple juice, getting them to eat eggs and baked sweet potatoes with butter and cinnamon for breakfast, and then real food for meals, and get them off of gluten, no sugar, and guess what? Get them on the 90 Essential Nutrients, the 90 for Life program, and in 6 weeks' time, my worst case, I mean, this was a mess, this kid. In 6 weeks' time, he's just running around barking and honking and grunting, no words, for 9 years. In 6 weeks' time, he's reading the Bible in church out loud and singing in the choir, okay? And I do this literally hundreds of times a year, and I've been doing it thousands of times since the 1970s. I urge you, again, to get a hold of that book, Rare Earths Been Cures, the 2 CDs, God's Recipe and Serial Killers, and then get your kids and grandkids on the 90 for Life program. And if you have a son-in-law, son, daughter-in-law, or daughter who says, I'm going to stick with a pediatrician, Mama, what do you know? My brother and sister, what do you know? Stop giving them Macy's gift cards for birthdays, Christmas, and graduations. Give them only longevity products. You've done your part. If they throw everything in the ditch, shame on them, but you've done your part. So don't say, well, I got to give them a present for Christmas and their birthday. Well, give them the 90 for Life program for their kids and grandkids, your kids and grandkids, right? We've got to take control here instead of leaving doctors do it, because they have created this mess we have today. This is why so many manufacturing and assembly jobs have left America. This is why we're Even though we spend more money for health care than all the nations of the world combined, we're the number one obese nation in the world. Doctors kill more people every year. They rip off more money from us every year than the mafia has in 1,000 years. According to a big article that came out last year, they said that 30 cents out of every dollar spent on health care is spent on unnecessary treatment. 30 cents, 1/3. And fraudulent care. In other words, doctors are billing for things they didn't do. They're doing things that are unnecessary just to generate the income. You would not tolerate this from any other industry. Just from infections. They kill 90,000 Americans in their workplace every year just from infections. Right? What if Iran were to do that with a biological weapon? We declare war. Will we send over chocolate to win their hearts and minds of their kids? No, we destroy them with some nuclear weapon. And you love your doctor? Woo! They're the bad guys. Hang on, we'll be back with more Truth, Justice, and the Longevity Way on Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us?
Well, Doc, you, my friend, have been vindicated once again. As you, for years, I've been hearing you tout the benefits of breast milk and, urging women when they have young babies to breastfeed rather than use these, formulas that don't hardly have any nutrients or
less than 20% of the nutrients.
Loaded with sugar. Well, coming from Natural News, I've got a story here that is from Natural News about a Swedish study, and the headline is, Study, Breast Milk Kills Cancer Cells. They say they've uncovered yet another substance in breast milk with incredible cancer-fighting abilities, and this was published in the journal PLOS One, and the substance is known as human alpha-lactalbumin Made, lethal to tumor cells, or better known as HAMLET. It effectively kills cancer cells, turns out provides lasting protection against tumor development in children. In the 80s, researchers from the CDC found that kids that were breastfed compared to those on formula and other unnatural foods were less likely to develop cancer. Breast milk contains unique compounds like HAMLET that specifically target cancer cells, leaving healthy cells to grow and multiply as normal. And lab experiments have shown that HAMLET kills 40 different types of cancer. Scientists originally discovered it by accident as they were researching the antibacterial properties of human breast milk. And years later, researchers from the Lund University both found that HAMLET contains a protein and fatty acids that contribute to its cancer-fighting effects. Further follow-up revealed that substance actually formed in the acidic environment of the baby's stomach as a natural byproduct of breast milk consumption. This HAMLET was produced by combining alpha-lactalbumin in the milk to oleic acid in the baby's stomach. They say children might not be the only ones to benefit from this HAMLET, as human trials involving HAMLET component of breast milk found that it can effectively treat male bladder cancer. Patients with bladder cancer received injections of HAMLET and experienced reduction in cancer's tumor size within just a few days. Other studies over the years have found that the natural compounds in breast milk inhibit the growth of and spread of cancer. A 1994 study published in journal Cancer Research found that lactoferrin in breast milk inhibits the growth of tumors in mice. Another study that was published in the journal Medical Hypothesis found fatty acids in breast milk also deter cancer growth. Additional studies and reports have found over the years that people have actually claimed to use breast milk to cure their own cancers. For years ago, a man allegedly used breast milk to cure his own prostate cancer. In 2009, reported by ABC News, it was that a UK man used his daughter's breast milk and allegedly treated a terminal case of colon cancer that had spread to his liver and lymph nodes. So there you go, breast milk all the way.
Absolutely, and of course, in the book Rare Earths and Cures, under gallium, there's a big study which showed when they fed the trace mineral gallium, actually a rare earth gallium, to pregnant women, when they breastfed their babies, it significantly reduced the risk of gliomas, a very common brain cancer in young people. And so, and same thing with selenium. This will reduce the risk of, coming through breast milk reduces the risk of colon cancer, colorectal cancer, and so on. Now, the interesting thing about it, we just did this wonderful study, Longevity, along with Clemson University from Clemson, South Carolina, very famous, very well-respected medical school. They did a study on human cancer cells with our original liquid multiple Ultimate Classic. And what they found out, listen to this here. I mean, this, and part of this thing was designed after breast milk. Okay, that's how we kind of got the design for Ultimate Classic, was breast milk. And when you look at this multiple, it actually, according to Clemson University, in cell cultures of cancer cells, human cancer cells, it eliminated 95% of colorectal cancer cells, 65% of stomach and pancreatic and liver cancer cells, and 32% of breast cancer cells, because it was designed after human breast milk. Ultimate Classic. If you have anybody, any loved one with cancer, add that to their program. Ultimate Classic. Clemson University says it's so. Got to believe them. Thank you, Doug. Really a great job on that one. We can save America if we work together. Hang on. We'll be back with more Truth, Justice, and the Longevity Way on Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Philadelphia. And Joe, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Joe, you're on the air.
Doctor, thank you for taking my call, and also thank you for your courage and passion. It's so refreshing.
Hey, thank you. What's up?
I am 5'8". I weigh 200 pounds. I'm 49 years old. I'm hypothyroid. I have weak adrenals, foggy memory, low energy, frequent urination. Also have real bad allergies, including with food. And I have a lot of cravings, and my nose is constantly itchy. I have a very bad mucus problem. I know I'm probably gluten-free. I've gone gluten-free because I know that's probably an issue for me. Mm-hmm. One last thing. I've tried your products about 10 years ago. Didn't work for me. I tried it for over a year, and I couldn't figure out why. But now listening more, I'm thinking I just probably wasn't absorbing stuff.
Ah, very good. Yeah, you're more astute than the average bear. Good man. Now, do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yes.
And do they have any health issues?
My brother is obese. My sister has a thyroid problem, similar to me.
Okay. All right. Well, the fact that you've gone gluten-free, and I would urge you to get a hold of that CD called Serial Killers and listen to it, because it goes through all the places you'll find hidden gluten. I mean, it's used as a thickener in tomato soup and chicken rice soup, chicken vegetable soup, all the things you think of as being free, that kind of stuff. And then, of course, there's meatloaf and meatballs. They use breadcrumbs and cracker crumbs in there. Even my wife got a bag of these mixed nuts the other day, and you read the label on there, it says allergy information. These nuts are processed, although they're naturally gluten-free, they're processed in equipment that does process wheat products. And so just the dust in there is enough to get you. Dry dog food, dry cat food. So if you have dogs and cats in the house, they have to be on canned food. There is one or two foods out there, dry foods made with rice and lamb. You have to use those if you're going to use dry cat and dog food. They have to be made from rice and lamb, although you got to read the label if they're also made on equipment that uses wheat or processes wheat. That's suspect. And so it's very, very important, because just one piece of dust from wheat the size of a dot over the eye on a standard printed page is enough to make you sick for 2 weeks. So you got to really watch it. And, it's a progressive thing. Your intestines get damaged progressively over the years until suddenly you wind up with these 8 diseases you've got. So gluten-free diet, absolutely no fried foods, because where do they roll everything in before they fry it? Shrimp, chicken, fish. Wheat, right? Wheat flour. Got to give all that up. They use wheat as a filler in things like salami, bologna, pastrami, pepperoni, all these summer sausage, all these sausage-like things. And then you need to stay away from oils. It means margarines, mayonnaise, salad dressings, cooking oils. If you eat canned fish, they're going to be packed in water, mustard, tomato sauce, not oil, and on and on and on. I urge you to go through the gluten-free aisles at grocery stores, get a hold of, from your Longevity associate, get a hold of Valerie's gluten-free cookbook from your Longevity associate. You'll be happy to have that one if you like to cook. And hang on, Joe, I'll give you a program, nutritional program, to deal with your various illnesses here after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go right back to Pennsylvania and Joe. Well, here we go. We got to deal with the hypothyroidism. We got to deal with the polyuria, which is multiple urinations during the day. This could be diabetes. Have you ever done a sugar test on your urine? Do you think it's diabetes, or do you think it's a prostate problem? Hello, Joe.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you. Do you think that your polyuria, your multiple urinations during the day and the night, do you think this is due to diabetes or prostate problem?
I think it's probably prostate.
Okay. You've actually taken one of these test strips and peed on it and see if there's sugar in your urine or not?
I have not done that, but I will. I've had some blood tests done recently, and they didn't say anything about diabetes.
Okay, so the blood tests were negative. Okay, good. Cravings, which are mineral deficiencies. Allergies should get better if you get away from gluten. Okay, I do need you, additionally, because you have low thyroid, to stay away from cruciferous vegetables in addition to all the other stuff you need to stay away from. And cruciferous vegetables, of course, produce sulforaphanes, which interfere with thyroid function. We're talking about cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and kale. Got to stay away from them. And otherwise, all this stuff won't work. So here we go. 200 pounds, I'd have you take 2 of the healthy bone and joint packs, 2 healthy bone and joint packs per month. As 1 ounce of the Osteo FX Plus at breakfast and dinner, 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangerine NutriCrystals at breakfast and dinner, 3 of the EFA Pluses at breakfast and dinner, and 15 of the glucogels a day. That's 5 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All that will be accomplished by the 2 healthy bone and joint packs. Then, because you have a history of hypothyroidism, low thyroid function, I'd have you take 3 of our Ocean's Gold tablets twice a day, 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner. That'll be 2 bottles a month. That's going to supply all the weird trace minerals and rare earths and really weird stuff that your thyroid gland particularly likes. Then I'd have you take 6 of our HGH at bedtime. That's 1 bottle a month. That's designed to give you the carbon chain necessary for your thyroid gland to make the thyroxine hormone itself. And then because you have a history of polyuria and you believe it's prostate problems because you were negative for a blood test for diabetes, I'd have you take 3 of our selenium twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. Selenium is to the prostate gland as iodine is to the thyroid. Also, I want you to take our ProstFX. Take 3 of those twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. The ProstFX, it's a blend of herbs from Africa, North America, and Asia that actually support and promote healthy prostate function size. And then your cravings, I think, should go away pretty quickly here. And I think that's going to cover most of our problems here. Let's go with that. Call me every 2 weeks, if you would, please, Joe, and give me an update. I want to know your blood pressure. I want to know how your polyuria is going. I want to know how your joints are doing. Let me know about your energy and so on. Let me know about your allergies, your cravings. Make a list to let me know about those things in 2 weeks compared to what's going on now. Okay, Doug, do we have time to start another one? Or
we're headed to a break.
We're headed one of those breaks. So...
Let's head to Maryland, and Merriam, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Merriam, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach. Thanks for taking my call.
You bet. What's up?
I started taking the products a couple of years ago. I wasn't taking enough. Had a hip replacement.
Well, why did you do that?
Enough. I didn't know. I could barely walk.
Well, I could have fixed that.
Go ahead.
I could have fixed that. You only had one replaced?
Yes, thank God.
Okay, good. One. Well, don't get the other one replaced. So, what do you weigh?
Well, no, I have no intention. I weigh right now 155. I'm 5'1.5".
Okay.
But so I started listening to your show, and that's when I realized I had a massive gluten intolerance. So I've been off of gluten.
Oh, good girl.
Yeah. So stuff has been improving. I had what you would call a weak bladder, and that is no longer weak. I'm so tickled by that. I have arthritis in my spine massively, in all my joints, really. But
stop there for a minute. Let me just give you a little explanation for our benefit of our general audience. When you have an irritable bladder, weak bladder, 99% of the time there's nothing wrong with the bladder, but you essentially have sciatica of the bladder because you have the arthritis in your spine, you have degenerative disc disease. What happens is the vertebrae get closer together and they smash the roots of the spinal nerves that control your bladder. So anytime you would bend over or turn around or kind of reach up, you'd squish those nerves, or maybe even lay down at night. You'd squish those nerves, you'd get the urge to go to the bathroom. Get this, uncontrollable urge and urgency and everything. You might even have problems peeing in your pants and all that kind of stuff simply because you're crushing those nerves.
Right.
And now that you've gotten off of gluten, you're beginning to absorb nutrients here. And if you get on the 90 for Life appropriate, the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack, we'll be able to support and promote maintenance repair of disc and bones and tendons and ligaments and cartilage. You'll be a new woman.
I'm getting there, but something happened. I noticed that my heart rate was starting to increase. And just in the last couple of weeks or so, I had several episodes, 2 of them, where I almost fainted and my heart started pounding massively, elevated heart rate.
What do you think that is?
That I don't know. My blood pressure normally is absolutely normal. In fact, when I lie down, it's like way below normal. It's in the 80s and the 40s, like 87 over 45.
Well, the odds are you have what's called AFib.
Well, I went to the hospital and they gave me Toprol, which I'm not taking. He thought it was my the ventricles weren't able to fill fast enough.
Well,
he didn't.
Why do you think that is?
I guess it's, again, in my back, the spinal.
Exactly. Do you have problems in your upper back in between your shoulder blades and your neck?
I have spurs that grow inward into the spinal column. That has been diagnosed. That was years ago.
Yeah.
And I've tried to not irritate them, but I don't have pain or anything.
No, it has nothing to do with pain. It can be bone spurs, it can be degenerative disc disease, and again, you have sciatica of your heart. Okay? And this is called AFib. There's nothing wrong with your heart. I'm sure they did EKGs and they did all this other stuff, and they said, well, there's nothing wrong with your heart. Maybe you have a filling problem, ejection fraction problem. And then they're guessing, they're wandering around, and this is actually a back problem. A very proactive cardiologist might call this atrial fibrillation, and this is where they will put, they insist on installing a pacemaker, a defibrillator. They'll do ablations where they kill a portion of your heart muscle. They'll do retroversion where they'll kill you with electricity, do a little ditty for 2 minutes and try to reawaken you, trying to reboot your heart rhythm, and like a computer. And then when all that doesn't work, they'll put you on the heart transplant list. They'll run up a bill of $500,000 for heart procedures when it's a back problem. Okay, so again, let's see here. You weigh 155. Are you on our products again yet? Or?
Yes, I'm on the products. I'm taking 2 of the Healthy Start. Oh, the question was, would the amount of calcium I'm taking, would that lower my blood pressure more than? I mean, it's already on the low end.
The calcium does lower blood pressure, no doubt about that. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to add to that what you did, the 2 Healthy Start packs per month. I want you to add to that 2 large bottles a month of the glucogel. And then I want you to also get some. I want you to get some CM cream. So the next time you order 2 of the Healthy Bone and Joint packs, which will give you the CM cream with each of the Healthy Bone and Joint packs. Will also give you 1 large bottle of the glucogel, and then you can take 15 glucogel a day. That's 5 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and that will support and promote maintenance repair of the cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone matrix bone itself, and the CM cream. You can use lavishly on your neck and your upper back from your the first 4 thoracic vertebrae and down in your lumbar area for your bladder, and up in the first 4 vertebrae, T1, 2, 3, and 4. The disc in between them, actually, when they get thinner and you have the bone spurs up there, they pinch on these spinal nerves that control the rhythm and the rate of the heart. And so you're going to be a miracle woman, okay? And the fact that your doctors didn't right away say you have a serious heart problem tells me they didn't even think about your back as participating here. These guys are ignorant, and they should probably go to jail for reckless endangerment. But at any rate, that's what I'm recommending. Call me every 2 weeks, but add the CM cream and add the glucogel to it. So that would be 2 next time you order. Get the 2 healthy bone and joint packs, and then call me every 2 weeks if you would, please, Merriam, and bring us up to date. It'll also take care of your other hip. That'll tighten the one device you've had installed in the one hip. It'll tighten the bone around that, so you won't have to have that redone, and you'll be a miracle woman. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Well, let's head to Maryland, and George, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, George, you're on the air.
Yes, Dr. Wallach, thank you for taking my call. I'm an
Yes,
associate with longevity. And what I was calling, I have 2 friends in the Washington, D.C. area that have health challenges. One, she's had a stroke on her and has affected her left side. Also,
okay, now, the symptoms on her left side, or the stroke was on the left side?
Well, her left side is the side that she can't use. It's like,
yeah,
like
well, yeah, okay, well, things cross over, so her left side is paralyzed. That means it was actually on the right side in her brain.
Okay.
Because things cross over. It's kind of an interesting situation here. How old is this lady?
She's 73 years old.
Okay, and what does she weigh, you think?
She weighs 140 pounds. She's 5'1".
Okay.
And diabetic.
Okay, well, 2 things. She's got to get rid of the ongoing damage here. She's got to get rid of anything that's inflammatory to the blood vessels. Was this a blood clot type of stroke, do you know, or a hemorrhagic stroke?
I don't know that.
Okay, well, I don't know. 85% of the time it's a blood clot stroke, so let's assume that for a minute until we determine differently. You need to ask her that question, and the doctors will have told her that. So hang on, and we'll be back, and we'll give you a program for this lady after these messages. We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity and 90 for Life Crusade. Doug, let's go right back to Maryland and George. And we'll probably have to talk about your second friend here another time, George. But I'm going to give you what to do for this one lady. I want to do this well, because this is a very common problem. And kids now, even today, we have as many kids getting strokes in their teens, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16 years old. And so it's important for everybody to kind of listen up to this one as a prevention as well as how to deal with it once they already have it, if they've survived the darn thing. Number one, you have to stop the ongoing damage from inflammation to blood vessels. This means absolutely no fried foods, no exceptions, even if it's stir-fried with extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil. None of that's got to be in people's diet. No salad dressings, no margarines, no mayonnaise, no processed meats with nitrates and nitrites, no gluten, no wheat, barley, rye, and oats, absolutely none of that stuff. I reduce the sugar to 0 if you could, and get them on a gluten-free diet. Have her start shopping, or whoever is providing her food to start shopping in the gluten-free aisles in the grocery stores. If they have a dog or a cat in the house, they got to be on either a gluten-free, kind of like a rice and lamb, dry dog and cat food, or a canned dog and cat food, preferentially. And then at 140 pounds, at 5'1", she's probably 30 pounds overweight, and so we got to deal with that also. I would have her take, being 73 years old, I'd start her out with one healthy heart and brain pack, per month. I'd give her half a dose of everything at breakfast, half a dose of everything at dinner time. That is 1 tablespoon of the OsteoFX Plus at breakfast, and 1 tablespoon, which is a half ounce, at dinner time. 1 scoop of the BTT, the Beyond Tangerine Nutri-Crystals, at breakfast, and 1 scoop at dinner time. I would also have her take the 3 EFA Pluses that are designated for 1 day per 100 pounds of body weight, to be 1 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Also, it comes with a large bottle of the EFAs. I'd have her take 1 of those at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then I would also have her take the de-stress capsules. I'd have her take 3 of those twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. I'd have her take 3 of the Ultimate Daily tablets as it gets circulation going through plugged blood vessels, whether they're in the brain or the heart. 3 Ultimate Daily tablets twice a day, 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner. That's 1 bottle a month because it's a large bottle. And I would also make sure that she's getting antioxidants. Get her ORAC points above 100,000. That would be either 6 of our pieces of triple treat chocolate, 2 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That would be over 100,000 ORAC points. Or if she's allergic to chocolate or doesn't like it, although I never met a woman that didn't like chocolate. If she is allergic to chocolate or just doesn't like it, doesn't want to mess with it, I'd have her take, at her body weight, I'd have her take 5 of the Cell Shield RTQ capsules twice a day. That's going to give her over 100,000 ORAC points. And to recover from stroke, also I would throw in what we call Nightly Essence. And Nightly Essence, I'd have her take 3 of those at bedtime with a glass of water. Nightly Essence is a blend of enzymes. One in particular I'm interested in here is called nattokinase. And nattokinase is legendary for dissolving blood clots. And if I worked in an emergency room, I would carry an injectable bottle of nattokinase with me. And every time somebody comes in that even looks remotely like they've had a stroke, they're unconscious, they have part of their body sagging, they're paralyzed on one side, they have headaches, I would be giving them nattokinase the minute they walked in the door. Just, it can't hurt you, but it can save your life and certainly prevent or reverse disability. So that's worth a try. It's 3 of those Nightly Essence at bedtime with a glass of water. Then call me again on the second friend. Call me every couple of weeks. Let me know how this gal's doing. If she wants to, on the weight loss, she could take our ASAP, drop her full under her tongue 30 minutes before each meal, and she'll lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. So usually within, in her case, 3 to 6 months, she'd be able to very easily lose that 30, 40 pounds and be a new woman. Thank you, George. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Doug and Billy. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.
Imagine a rich, decadent chocolate that's actually good for you. Youngevity's Triple Treat Chocolate is just that, an antioxidant-rich dark chocolate complete with probiotics to aid in proper digestion. This all-natural product contains no preservatives, and for those with dietary restrictions, it's gluten-free, dairy-free, glycemic-friendly, and kosher certified. Not only does Triple Treat Dark Chocolate taste fantastic, it contains super antioxidant blueberries to absorb free radicals with an ORAC value of 16,936 per piece. Triple Treat Chocolate also contains a proprietary blend of probiotics with over 500 million live healthy bacteria per 8 grams at the time of manufacture, with 80% reaching the intestines, which is much more than most live culture yogurts. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hey, if you're like me, your life is hectic. You don't know where you're going to be next. Between kids and family and in-laws and work and traffic and everything else that's driving me crazy right now, my life is insane. I bet your life's insane as well. When do we have time to get every single nutrient we need to be healthy? When? Well, I've got a tip for you. Take a product called Pollen Burst. It's so simple, even I can do it. All you have to do is open the package, pour it in water, mix it up, and bam, you're ready to go. It tastes great. It's not one of those medicine-tasting things. It tastes great, low in calories, helps curb your appetite, gives you natural energy that doesn't let you crash, gives you your vitamins, minerals, nutrients, everything from the plant world. And I got to tell you, for a busy person like me or a busy person like you, we need simple, we need good. Pollen Burst is your answer. Tastes great. Try it, and you'll feel better.
Call your local longevity distributor to find out how Pollen Burst can make you feel better. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Longevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Longevity home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Longevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there, in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Longevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the ultimate tangy tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables. And besides that, they're not as good as tangy tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Longevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Longevity home-based business opportunities. According to the CDC, nearly half of all Americans take at least one prescription drug daily. For those over the age of 60, almost 40% are taking at least 5 medications every day. Some of those drugs costing hundreds of dollars. Most people struggle to pay for these expensive drugs, but FDI Longevity has the answer with discount pharmacy cards. You can get a 10% and on some drugs up to an 85% discount. Up to a 35% discount on hearing aids, and up to a 60% discount on lab tests, even ones for your pets. This card never expires, and best of all, the FDI Longevity card is free. That's right, I said free. Imagine the change in your life with extra change in your pocket. All because you're saving hundreds, if not thousands, on your medical costs with your FDI Longevity discount card. Contact your local FDI Longevity associate and find out how you could get your free pharmacy discount card. And remember, it's free!
Through his research as a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that most health problems afflicting livestock can be prevented and even reversed. Many of these same health challenges also occur in humans. These too can be prevented and reversed. Doc's original formula, called the pig arthritis formula, alleviated all arthritis symptoms in animals. The same basic formula has been developed for humans, called the Pig Pack, which includes plant-derived minerals, a multiple vitamin complex, glucogel, and EFAs. Add to that Longevity's OsteoFX Plus, a proprietary blend of liquid calcium, magnesium, and glucosamine. Now you have the Pig Pack Plus to make up the 90 essential nutrients Dr. Wallach has identified as necessary for sustained good health and longevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.